The Enchanted Forest. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom nestled deep within an enchanted forest, there lived a young boy named Oliver. Oliver was known throughout the village for his kindness and curiosity. He loved exploring the forest, where tall trees whispered ancient secrets and colourful flowers bloomed in abundance. One crisp morning, as Oliver ventured deeper into the forest than ever before, he stumbled upon a hidden glade bathed in golden sunlight. In the center of the glade stood an old, gnarled oak tree, unlike any Oliver had ever seen. Its branches stretched wide, as if welcoming him into its embrace. Curious and fearless, Oliver approached the tree. As he drew closer, he noticed a small door nestled in the trunk, barely visible amidst the bark's intricate patterns. With a sense of wonder, Oliver gently pushed the door open, revealing a passage that led into the heart of the oak tree. Without hesitation, Oliver stepped inside. To his amazement, he found himself in a cozy, magical chamber filled with shimmering light and soft whispers of wind. The walls were adorned with glowing crystals that illuminated the space like stars in the night sky. In the center of the chamber, sitting atop a velvet cushion, was a tiny creature with wings like a butterfly and eyes twinkling with mischief. It was a pixie named Iris, guardian of the enchanted forest. "Welcome, young traveler," Iris chimed in, a voice as melodious as a songbird's. "I've been expecting you." Oliver blinked in surprise. "Me? But how did you know I would come?" Iris giggled, her wings fluttering delicately. "The forest whispers its secrets to those who listen. You, Oliver, have a pure heart and a curious spirit. That is why you have found your way to me." Intrigued, Oliver sat down beside Iris, who began to tell him tales of the enchanted forest, of trees that danced under the moonlight, animals that spoke in riddles, and rivers that sang lullabies to weary travelers. As days turned into weeks, Oliver visited Iris in the heart of the oak tree every morning. Together they explored the wonders of the enchanted forest, discovering hidden glades, sparkling waterfalls, and fields of glowing mushrooms that lit up the night sky. One day, as they ventured deeper into the forest, they stumbled upon a patch of withered flowers and drooping trees. The once vibrant colors had faded, replaced by a somber grayness that hung in the air like a heavy fog. "What happened here?" Oliver asked, his heart sinking at the sight of the dying plants. Iris sighed softly. "The magic of the forest is fading, Oliver. Without the laughter of children and the songs of birds, our world grows weaker. We need your help to restore its magic." Determined to save the enchanted forest, Oliver set out on a quest to bring joy and laughter back to its inhabitants. With Iris by his side, he journeyed through the kingdom, spreading kindness and planting seeds of hope wherever he went. He helped a lost squirrel find its way home, taught the birds new songs to sing, and befriended the shyest of forest creatures. Slowly but surely, the colors returned to the flowers. The trees stood tall once more, and the rivers sparkled with renewed vigor. One moonlit night, as Oliver and Iris stood on the edge of a crystal-clear lake, surrounded by fireflies dancing in the air, Iris turned to him with a smile. "Thanks to you, Oliver, the enchanted forest has been saved," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. "Your kindness and bravery have restored the magic that binds us all." Oliver smiled back, feeling a warmth in his heart unlike any he had felt before. "I couldn't have done it without you, Iris. This forest and all its enchantment will always be a part of me." And so, Oliver continued to visit Iris and the enchanted forest for many years to come, sharing its wonders with children from the village and travelers from distant lands. Together, they ensured that the magic of the forest would live on forever, a testament to the power of kindness, curiosity, and the bond between a young boy and a pixie named Iris.
The Mermaid Princess. Once upon a time, in the depths of distant seas, there lived a mermaid princess, renowned for her beauty. The mermaid princess's name was Melissa. With her blue hair and sparkling green eyes, Melissa was one of the most beautiful creatures in the ocean. Melissa lived with her family in an underwater palace. Her father, King Neptune, ruled the seas, and her mother, Queen Yara, led the mermaids. Melissa's greatest dream was to see the world where humans lived. However, mermaid princesses faced great danger if they ventured into the human world. They would lose their magical powers if they discovered the existence of humans. One day, Melissa decided to embark on a great adventure on her own. Sneaking away from the underwater palace, she started swimming towards the surface. As the sunlight shimmered onto the sea's surface, Melissa's heart pounded with excitement. But as she neared the surface, she realized the danger. At that moment, the crew of a ship spotted Melissa. The mermaid princess was frightened upon seeing humans, but Elias, the young captain of the ship, assured her he meant no harm. Impressed by Elias's sincerity, Melissa trusted him. Together, they made a plan for Elias to show Melissa the human world. Elias helped Melissa come ashore. For the first time, Melissa saw this beautiful world, where humans lived with her own eyes. Colorful flowers, tall trees, and the vast sky mesmerized her. Elias explained to Melissa why humans were so precious: love, friendship, and freedom. However, Melissa had to return to her underwater palace. Otherwise, the mermaids could lose their magical powers. Elias promised Melissa they would meet again someday. Melissa returned to the underwater palace, feeling both sad and happy. Melissa found herself unable to ignore her curiosity about the human world. Even amidst the daily life of the underwater palace, thoughts of Elias and the human world consumed her. Eventually, she approached her parents and expressed her desire to visit the human world once more. King Neptune and Queen Yara were hesitant at first, knowing the dangers Melissa faced, but they understood her longing to explore. With a heart full of excitement and a hint of nervousness, Melissa set off on her journey to the human world once more. This time, she was determined to find Elias and thank him for showing her the beauty of his world. As she swam towards the surface, thoughts of Elias and the adventures they might have together filled her mind. Meanwhile, on the surface, Elias often found himself thinking about the curious and brave mermaid princess he had met. He couldn't forget Melissa's sparkling green eyes and her genuine fascination with the world around her. Elias had promised Melissa they would meet again, and he eagerly awaited her return. One sunny morning, as Elias stood on the deck of his ship, scanning the horizon, he spotted a familiar shimmer in the water. It was Melissa, gracefully swimming towards the ship with a joyful smile on her face. Elias couldn't believe his eyes and rushed to the edge of the ship to greet her. "Melissa, you've returned," Elias exclaimed, filled with happiness. Melissa giggled as she surfaced beside the ship. "Yes, Elias, I couldn't stay away. I wanted to see you again and explore more of your world." Elias helped Melissa come aboard the ship, where she was warmly welcomed by the crew who had heard tales of the mermaid princess from Elias. They sailed together along the coastline, exploring sandy beaches, bustling ports, and quaint seaside villages. Melissa marveled at the sights and sounds of the human world, learning more about their customs, music, and food. During their adventures, Melissa and Elias formed a deep bond of friendship. They shared stories of their respective worlds, laughing and learning from each other. Elias introduced Melissa to his favorite places and taught her how to navigate the seas on his ship. In return, Melissa showed Elias the wonders of the underwater kingdom, taking him on breathtaking journeys through coral reefs and hidden underwater caves. As weeks turned into months, Melissa's visits to the human world became a regular occurrence. She would spend days exploring with Elias and return to her underwater palace at night, where her family awaited her with both concern and fascination at her tales of the human world. Melissa had found a second home on Elias's ship, where she felt accepted and cherished by both Elias and his crew. One evening, under the light of a full moon, Elias and Melissa sat together on the deck of the ship, watching the stars reflect on the calm ocean waters. "I never imagined I would meet someone as extraordinary as you, Melissa," Elias said softly, breaking the peaceful silence between them. "And I never thought I would find such a kind-hearted friend in the human world," Melissa replied, her voice filled with gratitude. Their friendship had blossomed into something deeper, a bond that transcended their worlds and united them in a shared love for exploration, discovery, and the beauty of their respective realms. As time passed, Melissa's dual life became more challenging to balance. Her responsibilities as a mermaid princess weighed heavily on her heart, knowing that her prolonged absences from the underwater kingdom were causing concern among her family and subjects. She knew she had to make a difficult decision. One stormy night, as Melissa stood on the deck of Elias's ship, gazing out at the turbulent sea, she realized that she couldn't keep living between two worlds forever. She had to choose where her true home lay, in the depths of the ocean with her family and her people, or on the surface with Elias and the human world she had come to love. With a heavy heart, Melissa bid farewell to Elias and his crew, promising to cherish their memories and the friendship they had shared forever. She returned to her underwater palace, where her parents welcomed her with open arms, relieved to see their daughter safe and sound. Although Melissa missed Elias and the human world dearly, she knew she had made the right choice. She threw herself into her duties as a princess with renewed determination, using her experiences and newfound wisdom to guide her people and protect the wonders of the ocean they called home. Every now and then, on quiet nights when the moon cast its gentle glow over the sea, Melissa would swim to the surface and gaze up at the stars, thinking of Elias and their unforgettable adventures together. She knew that their paths had crossed for a reason, and she held on to the hope that one day their worlds would align once more. And so, the mermaid princess Melissa continued to reign over her underwater kingdom with grace and courage, forever carrying the memories of her friendship with Elias in her heart.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to never miss our new fairy tales. If you enjoyed this video, please like and leave a comment. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you in the next tale.